Hi and welcome to Tabletop Gaming. This is a review of Overboss, which originally appeared in the Tabletop Gaming magazine, and this was written by me, Charlie Pettit. From the dungeon to building management. Once upon a time, a tiny card game called Boss Monster leapt into the gaming scene, taking the side of the dungeon and dedicating its artwork to early computer graphics. This super cute pixelated artwork was a hit, and so the newest Boss Monster adventure, Overboss, uses it too. The dungeon-esque and monster theme persists, and your own role of the monster too. So it's a follow-up game, right? Well, not exactly. Whereas its older brother was a card game, this is a tile-laying game. Whereas the former was handbag size, this'll need a tote. Where before you built a dungeon, now you're trying to conquer the world in an exercise of avoiding all planning permission, building different landscapes and matching monsters to them, scoring points based on where they lay. Whilst really the similarities to Boss Monster are a little stretched when you actually start playing, that's the biggest niggle I can come up with this game, because it's just monstrously good fun. You receive your own monster with associated special powers that can be used once, and you're bored to lay the tiles on. The tiles are numerous, and I mean numerous, and the sole complaint of my gaming group was initial setup. There's a fair amount of tile punching and organising to be had before most of it goes back in the box anyway. I'll come back to the box later. Once done, you create a pick pile in the centre with location tiles to choose from and associated monsters above them. If you can match the monsters with locations, they're going to gain extra points, but given their random draw, there's no guarantee they'll match when you pick them up. Lay down your location card in the best possible place and then worry about moving the monsters later. From there, it's a strategy game. Do you go for the cloud tiles, which give you great and immediate points, but if you do, should you lay down a tile that isn't a cloud tile, you'll lose a point from it? Or do you prioritise a landscape that offers points for the number of different tiles that surround it, and then try to gain a wealth of different tiles? Higher points, but then you're less likely to get the similarity bonus. Each tile, of course, contains its own structure and point system, and the initial learning curve for this is intense, but rewarding once understood. It's easily a game you can absorb yourself into, and indeed the solo mode is equally great in this game, but it still forces you to interact. You'll curse at the person who took the tile you've been eyeing, you'll delight in messing with their dungeon using the special cards. The game recommends first time round you leave these out, and it's a great recommendation. By the second and all subsequent plays, you've got the perfect new strategy in mind, ready to dive right in. Only to have a fellow player mess up your perfect plans. It keeps you interacting and acting monstrous too. Earlier I mentioned the complaint of setup. It takes a while, and if you don't sort as you go, we're a messy bunch, you end up with a kerfluffle of tiles that need sorting. Once you've done that though, there are game trays inserts in the box that are a sheer delight. Every single tile type has its place, with matching monsters beneath to their relevant terrain cards, all held in place with a plastic top. It's not new to have a great insert, but it pulls all of the anticipated headache out of future plays and makes it quick and easy enough to set up that it warrants pulling it down the shelf for an errant game. Should you play it? Yes! Overall, it may not have been what I expected from what's considered a Boss Monster game at first glance, but it turned out to be a great standalone and a great gateway option too. And we'd say to maybe try this if you like Carcassonne, because if you like tile-laying games, this is your monster. Now this game was designed by Aaron Mesben and Kevin Russ and published through Brotherwise Games. It takes about 20 minutes to play for 1 to 5 players, ages 8 and over, and will come in at around £38 to pick up a copy of. Plus, this also won in the Tabletop Gaming 2021 awards as the best game to play with your gran, a celebration of games that build the bridge regardless of the generation. You can find more details on that and more, including picking up a subscription to the magazine for future reviews over on our website. I will pop the links in the description. As always, thanks so much for watching and have a great day!